Hello, class of 2025, and welcome to St. Michael's College within the Faculty of Arts and Science in the University of Toronto. My name is Giancarlo Mazzanti, and I'm the Registrar and Director of Student Services at St. Michael's College. There's no doubt that your academic journey, one that has brought you to this point, admission to the top university in Canada, has been an interesting one. With a blend of in-person and mandated online study, your high school years have been like no other in the history of education. You have persevered in ever-changing conditions, managing your studies and the often troubling news associated with a worldwide pandemic. You've dealt with constant interruptions, whether they be related to your Wi-Fi connection, issues with friendships or family. Well, to my mind, you're the single most resilient group of high school students accepted to university ever. I'm hopeful that your undergraduate degree will be filled with stability and success. During your time at St. Michael's, you can rely on the extensive academic supports available at SMC. If you need assistance in selecting courses, securing financial aid, or need of academic accommodations, your Registrar and Student Services office is the one stop in the university you'll need to make. And this is done expressly to make your experience as seamless and positive as it can be. You might think of the Office of the Registrar and Student Services as your new guidance and student services department at your local high school. Our offices are located in Brennan Hall, the recently renovated Student Services Hub, which also houses the Dean of Students, Campus Minister, Campus Life, and my favorite area, the Canada Room, the student dining area. I remember fondly my undergraduate experience and my time in the Canada Room, dining, studying, or just being amongst friends. During your time at SMC, you're encouraged to meet with an academic advisor, known as a registrar, for any number of reasons ranging from selecting courses and understanding your degree requirements, or researching scholarships. As an aside, we're currently working with candidates for the Rhodes Scholarship and the Graduation Awards. Our offices are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday, with a brief midday interruption at 12:30 for lunch. Appointments can be made by contacting one of the Student Services assistants in our front office, in person, by mail, or by phone. Appointments are generally 30 minutes long and offered as an opportunity for more in-depth discussion with your advisor, perhaps to discuss your degree progress or maybe to petition the rewrite of an exam or an extension to an assignment. Alternatively, you may visit us for a drop-in meeting if you have a straightforward transactional item for which in-depth advising is not necessary. As an example, some of your families invested in a registered education plan to help finance your education, and you need a registrar's signature and proof of enrollment to use your plan to pay for your tuition. Well, this can be quickly accomplished within the 15-minute drop-in session. In any regard, if you're uncertain of which office to contact or which individual, remember the ask.smc@utoronto.ca email, and you will get your answer. Please know that your personal information and interactions with our office remain strictly confidential and only accessible to you, the student, and your advisor. This will become a relationship like no other at the university. You will have candid conversations about your studies, your finances, and items which pertain to your personal life, perhaps in support of a petition or an appeal. All of this information is protected by FIPA. I assure you this document is central to the confidentiality of every interaction you have with our office and to the relationship you will build with your registrar over the years. I'm very excited about the prospect of meeting you in person after having had the opportunity to meet you on paper during the admissions process. And I can say that this year, I've had the pleasure of welcoming some of the most outstanding students that have ever applied to St. Michael's College. Congratulations to you all on having been accepted to U of T and for selecting St. Michael's College as your home. Our Dean of Students, Dwayne Rendell, has been busy arranging for the renovation of much of our student housing. An Assistant Dean, Campus Life, Emma Graham, is preparing for a fun orientation experience where you will meet other members of the class of 25, building friendships and collaborations, which to a great degree will influence parts of the rest of your life. One day you may visit someone who you met at orientation, who perhaps lives on the other side of the world, and you will recall these days fondly. I remind you that the SMC 101 University Transition Preparatory Program, which was opened for Welcome Day 2021 on June 5th, remains available to you all summer long. There, you will find the details of all upcoming course selection webinars and chats as you prepare for your arrival, in person or virtual, to campus. Please look for your new student bulletins, one delivered to you in May, and 3 more landing in your email inbox on the 3rd week of June, July, and August. The new student bulletins offer a step-by-step map of all you need to do in preparation for your start of studies. Finally, I wish you all a joyous, safe summer, perhaps an opportunity for some travel, and continued excitement associated with the prospect of starting a new and important chapter in your young lives. Thank you.